Good day, everyone. Welcome to our session on SW 504, Sustainable Development and Social Work Macro Practice. Today, we're diving into a topic that is rapidly shaping the landscape of social work, particularly in the macro sphere: environmental, social, and governance, or ESG. I'm Dr. Charles T.L. Leung, and I'm delighted to guide you through this discussion on the opportunities and threats in aligning the public, private, and third sectors for a more sustainable future. Before we delve deep into ESG, it's crucial to understand its roots. What we now call ESG evolved from a concept many of you might be familiar with: corporate social responsibility, or CSR. Think of CSR as the foundational business framework for goodness. This presentation will give you, as social work students, a solid overview of CSR's history, its core features, and how it intersects with our profession's values and practices. The journey of CSR is a fascinating story of evolving corporate consciousness. It began with philanthropy, where industrialists like Andrew Carnegie donated vast sums to social causes. This was about individual acts of generosity, not systemic change. By the 20th century, a more structured approach emerged. Howard Bowen's book, Social Responsibilities of the Businessman *, was a landmark, urging businesses to consider their social impact beyond just making a profit. Then, in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, we saw the rise of global standards. Initiatives like the United Nations Global Compact and ISO 26000 created formal frameworks. This signaled a major shift, a recognition that businesses have a significant role in tackling societal challenges, from labor rights to environmental sustainability, and that the focus must be on systemic change. To better understand the components of CSR, we can turn to Carroll's pyramid. It outlines 4 levels of corporate responsibility. At the base, we have ** economic responsibility **. A business must be profitable to survive and benefit society. The next level is ** legal responsibility **. Obeying laws and regulations is non-negotiable. Building on that is ** ethical responsibility **. This is about being moral and fair, even when the law doesn't require it. And at the very top, we have ** philanthropic responsibility **, the expectation that businesses will be good corporate citizens, giving back to society and improving the quality of life. This pyramid provides a clear framework for understanding a company's obligations. As CSR matured, specific standards emerged to address critical social issues. A prime example is SA 8000, which focuses on ethical labor practices. It sets auditable standards in 4 key areas. 1. Child labor prohibition, protecting the well-being of young workers. 2. Forced labor elimination, ensuring freedom of movement and employment. 3. Health and safety measures, mandating safe working conditions. 4. Freedom of association and collective bargaining, upholding workers' rights to unionize and negotiate. This is where you can see a direct and powerful overlap with social work's core principles of human rights and social justice. You can also click on the link provided in the slide for further information on SA 8000. This brings us to the modern framework, ESG. You can think of it as CSR 2.0, with a crucial addition, ** governance **. ESG is not just about doing good, it's about embedding these principles into the very structure and strategy of an organization. ESG audits are the tools we use to measure and communicate a company's performance in these areas. For us as social work students, this is incredibly relevant. The social pillar, directly aligns with our expertise in community welfare, human rights, and social justice. Why has ESG become so prominent? A major driver is the increasing demand from stakeholders, investors, employees, customers, and regulators. They demand transparency and accountability. ESG audits provide standardized metrics to assess non-financial performance. Furthermore, there's a growing understanding that sustainability is a smart investment. Investors recognize that strong ESG profiles reduce long-term risks. Regulatory bodies are also stepping in. The European Union's Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, CSRD, for example, now mandates ESG disclosures, making this a matter of compliance, not just choice. By the way, the link for understanding the details of CSRD is provided in the slide. Please check it out. ESG further goes beyond traditional financial audits by identifying risks that are often overlooked. Climate change and labor disputes pose significant threats. Frameworks like the Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosures (TCFD) help companies quantify these risks. This is where social workers can play a proactive role. An ESG audit can flag a factory with unsafe working conditions before it becomes a legal and reputational disaster. With our training in assessing vulnerable populations, we can highlight social risks like inequality or human rights violations within these audit processes. Additionally, students can click the hyperlink on the slides to understand TCFD in detail. ESG also provides a clear pathway for businesses to align with global goals, like the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. ESG audits translate these abstract commitments into measurable actions. A company's pledge to reduce emissions supports 13 Sudanese pounds on climate action, while diversity initiatives support 5 Sudanese pounds on gender equality. From a macro practice perspective, social workers can ensure that ESG initiatives are community-based solutions that address localized issues like poverty, education, and healthcare access. For those of you interested in pursuing this field, it's becoming increasingly professionalized. In Hong Kong, several ESG certifications are now available from organizations like the Chamber of Hong Kong Listed Companies and the Chartered Governance Institute. This demonstrates the growing demand for qualified professionals in this area. Again, you all can click the hyperlinks on the slides to understand the details of ESG certifications. As we move into practice, we need models to guide our work. The CEPAR model provides a structured approach for ESG assessment, which includes the stages of ***C challenge, ***E** valuation, **P** lanning, ***cation, and **R** view. This framework is built by local Hong Kong Shoal RS, which helps to systematically address ESG issues within an organization. However, this framework has not yet well aligned the assessment on ESG from a social work perspective. So, what could be our unique contribution? The S in ESG covers human capital, community engagement, and supply chain responsibility. Managing this requires a dynamic understanding of social systems, not a static checklist. This is the heartland of social work. However, it's not without its challenges. Social metrics are nuanced and difficult to measure. This creates the risk of social washing, where companies make grand statements without tangible actions. There is a critical need for authenticity to measure genuine outcomes. Herein lies our strategic advantage as social workers. We are trained in needs assessment and program evaluation, skills that are essential to ensuring authenticity. Our profession's core competencies are a powerful antidote to social washing. Systems theory *** allows us to see a corporation as a complex system interacting with its environment. We are trained to identify root causes, not just symptoms. High employee turnover isn't just a staffing problem, it's a symptom of deeper systemic issues. Furthermore, our tradition in community work equips us with vital *** stakeholder engagement skills ***. Social workers are trained to engage diverse groups, facilitate difficult conversations, and build consensus. An authentic ESG strategy cannot be a top-down directive, it must be built on genuine dialogue with employees, communities, and customers. Because of the scope of our course, Charles cannot deliberate the traditional approach of community development and organizing practices to you all. Please click the link provided in the slide for further information. Advocacy *** is another cornerstone of our profession. We are bound by our code of ethics to advocate for social justice. In the corporate context, this means we can serve as a vital check on power, pushing for initiatives that lead to genuine community empowerment. Regulatory requirements like double materiality, which considers both the company's eco-social impacts on society and society's impact on the company in terms of profit-making and reputation, align perfectly with our person in environment perspective. Despite this clear fit, there are barriers. Historically, social work's relationship with the business world has been ambivalent and reactive. We've often focused on mitigating negative consequences through programs like employee assistance programs, EAPs, rather than proactively shaping corporate strategy. This has led to a typecasting problem where social work is seen purely in a support role, not a strategic one. Again, you all can click the hyperlinks on the slides to understand the details of the formation of this relationship. There's also an ideological paradox. Our mission is to challenge inequality, and we often hold a critical view of capitalist structures. This can lead to a fear of co-optation, a valid concern about compromising our professional values. However, this can also lead to a form of political paralysis, preventing us from engaging where corporate power is most influential. This creates a mutual misunderstanding. Business leaders often have a narrow perception of social work, associating us only with welfare or therapy. On the other hand, social work leaders can perceive the private sector primarily as a threat. These stereotypes prevent both sides from seeing opportunities for meaningful change. Finally, there is a translation problem. Social workers can identify community needs, but we often lack the business vocabulary to frame them as material risks or value creation opportunities. Learning the language of finance and risk is necessary to advocate for our values in these settings. Compounding this, social work education, like what we are doing, is now beginning to embrace corporate ESG as a legitimate area of macro practice. For example, we at Hong Kong Shu Yan University are actively trying to bridge this gap. Events like the Co-Creating the Future, ESG and Social Impact Symposium are attempts to break through these barriers and forge a new, collaborative path forward. In conclusion, ESG represents a pivotal frontier for social work. It calls on us to be strategists, advocates, and translators. It demands that we engage with the corporate sector not from a reactive stance, but as essential partners in building a truly sustainable and just future. The knowledge and methods you are learning in this program are not just relevant to ESG, they are essential to its success. Now, let's take a break to consolidate and further digest the lecture. You are now welcome to share your feedback at our WhatsApp group. You can even directly send your message to Charles by adding his WhatsApp. Thank you for watching, and then continue the next session.